7 Tips for saving money on custom essay writing services. Getting help from a professional writing service is beneficial. You save time, get a well-researched and organized sample, reliable references and recommendations for further writing. However, there is also a drawback that every service's client knows of: great money expenses. Even though they say the offers are cheap and even the cheapest paper includes everything you need, the reality is such that you eventually pay more for some extra features. A quite normal reaction is your wish to find out how to save money on custom essay writing services online. We know ways and want you to know them too. 1. Find a cheap service. 2. Be precise on what you need. 3. Become a first-time client. 4. Avoid extra fees. 5. Look for discounts. 6. Get your materials well organized. 7. Reviews from introduction and conclusion. Let's see if it is real and how much you can save. Tip number 1. If you do a quick online search, you will find dozens of writing agencies promising benefits only. Usually, their offers are pretty much the same, and the cost is the only thing that makes them different. To tell the truth, professional academic support cannot be cheap, so you'd better not look for the lowest prices. Pay attention to average ones. Such agencies offer unique and high-quality content but at moderate costs. As long as you don't need a completely written paper but it's part or sample, this choice is optimal. Tip number 2. Before you address a writing service, make a list of what you need, and be very precise about it. Think of the audience your paper should apply to and the style of the assignment. The more details you think over before contacting a support team of a writing service, the less you will spend. They won't be able to impose features and extra services that you don't need. You might listen to what they offer, maybe some of the features will even be beneficial, but you will definitely not pay for the entire package that costs a fortune. Tip number 3. It is no secret that first-time comers enjoy special offers as long as writing companies are trying to attract more new students to use their assistants. Sometimes they offer 50% discounts to those who decide to make their very first order. Before you fall for it, check the service's reputation and read feedback. Well, returning customers also get great discounts, but they are normally not that frequent or huge. Tip number 4. Say no to extra fees. Whatever service you pick, there is always a fixed price that is rather low and some extra fees. For it, extra fees take up the greater part of the sum that you eventually pay. Learn to keep the service under control and be straightforward with it. Know what you need, get organized before you contact a manager, don't rush, and think over every offer they make. Tip number 5. The policy of discounts is common for most writing teams. Some students look for the cheapest services ever while others take time and wait till the best ones will open their discounts season. Seasonal discounts and awesome pricing policies are what you have to pay special attention to. There are frequent discounts at the very beginning of the semester or during holiday seasons. Thus, you can get your work done by the best in the sphere and at a low cost. P.S. Of course, if you need to finish your work within 24 hours or even less, this isn't your choice. Tip number 6. Well-prepared students upload own materials when they address a writing expert. This allows an educated author to see the entire picture of what must be done and how it should be done. We suggest you doing the same and getting all your extra materials well organized. That takes time, but eventually, you know that a paper is completed according to all requirements and instructions from your professor. What should you include? Start with the list of topics and subtopics, proceed to the sorted research information, a list of documents with true stories and facts, and end up with conclusion expectations. You need to realize that all written projects are different, and if you don't have enough time to specify yours, why you think someone else can do it properly. Tip number 7. Introduction and conclusion of a written paper are definitely very important parts, and there is a chance that an expert might write them in the way he or she believes is appropriate. And what if you have some other ideas? Instead of paying money for an introduction or conclusion that doesn't meet your requirements, save money and order only the body of the assignment. After getting it, add your personal approach by completing the introduction and conclusion parts. If you learn to use cheap custom essay writing services correctly, you will gain more than you counted on. Such experts are adored by most students for showing the right structure of a work, doing proper research, using multiple sources, giving exact numbers and providing reliable references. But there is also a different side of the medal. Sometimes they ask too much for their help. If you want both to make use of a pre-written assignment and save money on ordering it, follow the above-mentioned tips, add some amendments and hand in a work that is worth praise and admiration.